I'm going to make this offer because I get constant requests for people wanting to learn how to trade. And I'm not a coach. I'm a teacher at heart. I'm not a coach. I don't want to sit over your shoulder. I don't want to tell you how to do things. It's just not how I function. But, I've been batting this around. I was going to do this in March, but I'm going to offer it now because we're coming to the end of January. We're in an interesting period of the market that there's a lot of things that validate and work. We did a series last spring on Back to the Basics of trading camp for investors. And there are 4 components of that. We've talked about those over and over again. Even tonight, we've talked about 3 of those 4 components. And what I want to do is find out if people really want to learn how to trade. So for the month of February, I'm going to have a little trading camp with Jim's pattern trading model. And if you don't track the pattern trading model, I'm going to pull this over. This is the spreadsheet that I use for it. It's not on the website, but these are the open trades that we currently have within it. And I track those trades. We track the historical trades, all of them, going back. We've actually been charting this for, I think, started September 1st of 2014, or 13, I mean. So it's a year and 4 or 5 months that we've been doing this. And we've been through all types of gyrations. But what I teach on the webinars a lot is this, because people like pattern trading. It's easy to see, visualize, and act on. And it also teaches you good habits and good disciplines that you would use in any other style of trading. And, so what you want to be able to do is find rationale, reasons for being in a trade, and technical analysis is one of the things that people find fairly simplistic to track. This model has been, I've traded this model for, it's not even a model, it's a strategy. But I've traded this strategy for probably 14, maybe 15 years. It's gotten better and better over time. And, it continues to get better over time. And because I get better at practicing it. And so here's, to me, I'm going to pull this over because I forgot to open the web page. Here is right here in the middle. This is what it's based on. Pattern trades are, based on this is that we took $100,000 and we put 5% or $5,000 into each position. If it states to take a half a position, you only take half or 2.5% of the position. But each trade is managed, with 5%. So if I got 100,000, each trade is $5,000. And all I'm doing is trading that $5,000 based on a distinct discipline for pattern trading, which is what we just talked about, which is getting in, setting a stop, and going along. And if we look back at the historical trades, you can see that there are trades that make double-digit returns. The short on oil is, I'm going to say that's 90% luck. It should have been a 10% profit, but because oil decided to fall out of bed, not because of anything we saw it falling out of bed to $40, $45 a barrel, but we saw it falling to $70 to $75 a barrel, which was the short trade. It actually became a great trade. But you can see other trades that lose. You can see 1%, 3%, 4%, 5%, some are 7%. The bigger losses within here are gap downs that take the stops out during the day. So we have to, that's what we've traded for the current calendar, our current strategy year. And then all of last year's trades, which you can see, they get dinged. Every now and then you're going to get a gap loss. I'm just looking for where we hit the gaps. You can see 345. You can see 2, 2, 2, 2, and they come in bunches. You can see from here to right in here, you can see that there's more losses than gains, and that's where you get into a choppy market environment. You got to trade through them, or you're not going to be true to what you're doing. So for $250 for the month of February, which, by the way, in January, that model on $100,000 made $2,885. So if you took it back to the December, it was up $5,200 in December on $100,000. So it works. It's probably had a negative month somewhere. I don't really focus on those because I don't like bad news. But if you want to do this, you got to send me an email. You can send it to jim@jimsnotes.com. But what I need from you is an outline of why you want to be a part of this program and what you want to learn from me during the month of February relative to this. Define your greatest challenge in managing your money, what you believe to be the root of the problem, fear, emotions, overall, discipline, strategies, etc. Do you find yourself flipping in and out of strategies? Do you change your strategy after you buy? Are you a raging neurotic? Do you currently define entry, exit, and targets based on the defined strategy in your current discipline? In other words, some people are just buying and they're just kind of going along and they decide where to exit based on what happens that day. That's not a strategy. That's a seat of your pants. You may have had an entry strategy, but the rest of it has to be defined. Define how you use them briefly and your commitment to the 1 month process. How committed are you to learning how to do this? I'm not going to coach you. I'm not going to sit over your shoulder, but I will help every day produce what looks like this, because this is what I do for myself. In that, this is my trade list for today. This is my pattern trade list for today. And this is the setups that what we're looking at, whether or not we need to adjust, what we need to do, don't do, or not do anywhere along the way. So I'll send you the email in the morning, and then once a week we'll have a webinar like this, but you'll log in. You'll be able to communicate with me on GoToMeeting. We actually have a service there that we can log in up to 25 people and have a meeting. So this is going to be limited to 25 people, obviously. If 5 of you sign up, then we'll still do it for 5 of you. If 2 of you sign up, we'll do it for 2 of you. But I don't really care. I'm trying to figure out whether or not people are teachable, hard-headed, whether you're your own worst enemy, or whether you just need tweaking in what you're trying to trade. But once every week on a Monday, we'll log in for an hour, and we'll go through some of what we're looking at for the week, some of the problems that you're having, and how to kind of correct some of those things, but have an open forum relative to that. I'm all about teaching. I hate the word coaching. Coaching is a crutch. Coaches walk along beside you and tell you when to step, sneeze, or fart. I'm not into that. That's not my personality. I don't do well at it. I am a phenomenal teacher to people that want to learn. But you've got to practice, and you got to go and practice with it to get to where you want to go. So if you want to do that, you need to send me an email, jim@jimsnotes. If you didn't have time to write all that down, I'll shoot you an email back with the questions on it that I want you to answer. And I'm sure my brother will put together some stuff that we'll post over the website over the next couple of days. And if you email me between now and Wednesday night, Thursday and Friday, I will send you, to everybody on the webinar, I'll send you these notes if you want them, but you got to email me that you want them. I'm not just going to, I hate bugging people. I don't beg anybody. I have nothing to win, lose, or draw by this. I can sit here, manage my own money, and be perfectly content. I teach because it's my nature. It's my brain that makes me do this. But I want you to learn. I'm not here to tell you what to do or how to do it. I'm here to teach you to figure out who you are as a trader. So I wanted to offer that tonight. So for February, if you'd like to take advantage of it, then jump in. We'll have longer programs as we go forward in the year. But I'm ready to start seeing if people really want to learn how to trade or not, and see how this progresses from here.